What's up, guys? It's your boy War, coming back at you with another certified banger of a story. And today's story is the first time I got a job and how I got fired from that job. Alright, let's get into this. So it all started back in 2018. I just graduated high school and I started looking for jobs after the summer just ended. And I got an interview with the grocery store and I ended up getting the job because I had previous experience working at a co-op. So I started working these afternoon shifts. Pretty quickly, it became pretty boring because there was never anything to stock. All of the stocking would be done really during the day. Instead of just kicking rocks and doing nothing, you would just have to brainlessly walk around the aisles and then just face the product. So pull up the product to the front of the shelf. And at the end of the shift, it was 3 hours of just facing the shelves, and then you would get assigned which aisles that you would face. The aisles would have about 10 products spread across on one shelf, and then they would be 8 shelves high. And that would go on for like 10 or 20 down one side and then 10 or 20 down the other side. It was my third day and my manager gave me the 3 hardest aisles to face. She purposely did this just to see what I could do and what I was capable of. And let me tell you, there was 45 minutes to do these 3 aisles at the last 3 hours before the store closed. And I literally took like over an hour to face both of the sides of the aisles all the way down. It would be like 2 minutes a shelf. I just didn't see how that was possible unless you're just on Adderall, just going mega fast. Because there'd be like 8 shelves high and there would be 10 products spread across one shelf and then 10 products on the other shelf. And then you would have to pull all of these forward without trying to knock them over, but I would just knock them over. I don't know, like, it was just too hard to like pull the fucking shit forward. I don't know, I'm just stupid, I guess. But I just had difficulty when there were so many small things or annoying things to pull forward because they would just constantly knock over. And you really only had like 2 minutes or 3 minutes max per shelf. Then you would move on to the next rectangle and the next rectangle, all the way down the aisle for both sides. Obviously, my coworkers saw me struggling, and I said, like, I can't do this, man. And they told me not to give up, and they told me to keep trying. I did, like, I really tried my best, and it was my first job, so I was really nervous. And I remember just feeling so sick that I had to just go to the bathroom, and I just yacked in the bathroom. I just threw up in the bathroom, and I remember going home that day, and I was sick, and I just couldn't sleep, and I was so stressed, and I was so worried about going back, trying to make myself look good, trying to do a good job. It was just so difficult to face the shelves, especially the ones she gave me, because like it was just the pepper. It was all these small items. And then she gave me the aisles with like a bunch of stuff. It wasn't like the cereal aisle. She gave me the hardest 3 on purpose. Obviously, I think they were gonna do it again. I just stayed up the whole night worried about it. And I was just puking and I was just sick to my stomach. I was just so nervous going into the workplace. One thing I do have to mention though, there was a girl that was showing me how to punch in, how to punch out. She was showing me the different employees that work there in the different departments. And she was showing me the different managers. And she was showing me other stuff of like what to do or how to do this. Later in the day, I was doing something that this person told me to do, and then the manager said, well, what are you doing? And I said, this person told me to do this. And I didn't catch the person's name. I didn't catch the girl's name that was showing me this. I remember it was 2018, and this is when people started to become really sensitive about like everything, right? This is like when people started to become really, really soft and really, really like sensitive to every little thing, and you know how it is nowadays, right? The manager was like, who told you to do that? Without trying to mention the color or race of the person, because I knew people were sensitive, I said it was the girl with the black hair and the black glasses. And then the guy didn't know who I was talking about. I said, oh, I think it was part of management. So after trying to explain to the manager who told me to do this, I ended up saying it was the brown girl with the black hair. She had black glasses and she had a black sweater and black jeans, and I said she worked in the back. And he said, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about, after I said it was the brown girl. Keep in mind, I didn't say it in like a condescending type of tone, or I didn't say it in like a ill will type of way or a mean way. I was just kind of describing how the person looked. Fast forward to the 4th day of work, I ended up phoning in work because I could not go to work. I did not feel well. I do know that it's gonna make me look bad because I had to phone in work during the probation period, which is the first 3 months of your job, and they kind of make a decision whether or not they want to keep you. So it kind of made me look bad that I didn't go into work that day. I also mentioned on the phone when I was calling in that I didn't know if I could do the job or not because I found it very overwhelming. I just told her that like, you assigned me some of the hardest shelves and I just had a lot of difficulty doing it, and it got me really worried because I wanted to do a good job. And she ended up saying, you know, keep in mind that you're new and we don't expect you to do it right away. It's your choice whether or not you wanted to continue your employment or not. So just keep that in mind and give it another try. And I said, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. It was my 4th day of work. I remember returning to work after staying home that day, and someone immediately told me that I wasn't supposed to be at work today because it wasn't my day there, and someone was already covering my shift. And I said, no, I was scheduled in for today. So this person ended up taking me to the boss, which I previously mentioned earlier in the story, the one that gave me the job. And she ended up saying that while I was quote unquote sick at home, I was apparently across the street at the Tim Hortons. And she also didn't like the fact that I referred to one of the employees as brown. She literally said to me, we don't refer to people as colors. I calmly explained that I was having difficulty explaining who this person was that was telling me to do this certain task that I wasn't supposed to do actually. She ended up just saying, well, that doesn't excuse the fact that one of our employees saw you at the Tim Hortons. And I said, why would I be at Tim Hortons when I literally called in distress telling you that I'm not going to be able to come into work because I feel so sick? Why would I go to this Tim Hortons when there's like 5 by my house? Why would I go to this Tim Hortons by my work? It just doesn't make sense. Who would do that? If you're gonna skip work, you're gonna skip work. You're not gonna go by your work when you're taking your day off. You're not gonna be driving around in the area where you work. Like, that's just stupid. It just didn't make sense. You have to be stupid to do that. But hey, she didn't believe me and she ended up firing me over that. So I remember buying a couple of items and the manager literally followed me out the store because like she thought I was gonna do something. I was gonna say something to the cashier, but I didn't because the person that hired me was standing behind me in the line. So I just calmly got my things and I left. That was probably the shortest job I've ever had. 4 days, not even 4 days, and that was it. She fired me before I was even gonna quit. So that's gonna do it for today's story, guys. I hope you did enjoy that one. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment and a like, and please make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. It's been your boy War, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.